Hi y'all, so this is the third video of coding mobile apps using the book 3 Coding for Kids. And today we're going to do the coding part for our first project, Crush the Ants. Remember last time we did the component part? So now we need to code to make the ants move, to make them get crushed. It's going to be cool. So I'm on page 31. So what we need to do first is we need to download the app MIT AI2 Companion from Google Play, and I think it's also available on the iOS, the iPhones too. So just go to the stores and search MIT AI2 Companion. And I already downloaded it. And this is our first test. They want us to look at the components, so let's try. So remember for our projects, we need to save like after every big step that we do and whenever you close the screen. So connect, press the AI2 Companion. So launch the device, and this is my code. Your code is going to be different. So use your code to look at your project and see if your components are right. So it comes with the code and you need to type it in. Okay, I pressed connect with code, and now the computer is going to connect to my phone. Whoa! Look, it's my phone. And it looks like what I did, what I designed, the components, right? That's so cool. But like, of course, right now, pressing the start button, pressing the ant, nothing changes. That's because we didn't do the coding part. All we did was design. So can't wait to do the coding. And then it's gonna like, oh my gosh, it connected. And then you can like play the game on your phone. Wouldn't that be cool? So let's exit. And now let's do the coding. So the next page, coding when you click start. So companion disconnected. Yep. It's because I closed the app. So programming. So now we need to go to the blocks. That's where the coding happens. So programming in App Inventor is what is called event programming. It means that something happens when you carry out a certain action. The first action to program is what needs to happen when you click on the start button. So from blocks, click button start. So right here. So blocks, button start, things come up. So let's make myself small. Now let's drag the when button is clicked. And we need to do all of these. So put in size, specific for ant, the block set ant visible to, which you will have to connect the block true from logic. Okay. So here's logic. And set ant visible to. What's the set ant part? So set ant dot visible to. So this is in the ant part. Dragged it out, put it in here. Visible. And then this is logic too. So true. Ooh, look at these clicks. Set text score visible to. So it doesn't matter like which one because you could change it. let's just drag it out. Put it under in here, put it inside the yellow. So wait, never mind. You have to do it. Let's find the text score. Let's delete this. I can move my sound. Here's the text score. Set text to inside. To 0. So that looks like math. Nice. So now you need to do the time. Text. So, to 0, that's math. To 30, so click it and type in 30. Set gamer timer game. Timer game. So right here, click on it. Scroll down to the green. So notice how it's color coded. So we need the green. Set timer enabled. Put a code connected inside. To true, so that's logic. Timer pause. True. Okay. So now that we finished that part, so the game time is regulated by the clock you have renamed to timer game. As you remember in design, under properties, you'll find timer interval. This sets the time division, as in clocks. You use it to set the duration of the time span. If you don't change it, the interval lasts 1000 milliseconds, which means 1 second. That means it counts in 1 second. If you do the interval like 2000 counts in 2 seconds. We want it to count in seconds. So when timer game timer do. Now we need to find that in timer game. Scroll down. So when timer game do. No, okay, let's move out of here. Set text time. Text to okay, and this looks like math. We're doing subtraction. And text time dot text. So we'll have to find this text time. And then -1. 1, that's from math. going to be 1. Okay, and then a if-then. So that's from control, the if-then loop. So if it's this condition, we put the conditions here, and then this is what's going to happen afterwards. So the condition is if the text says 0. So it's going to be math because it's equal, and then the text time. So it's specific. There it goes. And math. So isn't it cool that this code can like see when the text equals 0? It's pretty cool. Then set ant speed to 0. So ant speed. Math 0. Set timer game to false. So we're basically coding when the timer runs out, when the timer equals 0, right? Remember, it starts off as 30. When it runs off to 0, you want the ant speed to be 0, so you want the ants to freeze. We want the timers to be false, and we want it to vibrate. So that's what we're coding for. So set timer game enable to false. Put it in there. Math 0. Oh wait, it's not math, it's false. So that'll be logic, right? I need to start putting those things in the recycling bin. Okay. Set timer pause to false. False is logic. And then call vibration. So we've got to go to clock the vibration. Call vibration to 500 milliseconds. So it's going to vibrate for half a second. It's pretty fast. Okay. So now, how the ant moves. The ant moves on the screen and hits the walls. Make it bounce. So we need the when ant. So when ant, edge reached. Just hold it up. When ant reached edge, then call ant bounce. So ant bounce. Edge get edge. So we need to click this. Oh. Okay. So what happens to the ant when the ant is crushed? So when ant touched if then, so that's control. That's cool. Okay, and then the and. So it's in logic. And so and means both of it needs to be true. The or means only one of them needs to be true. So and timer game enabled. So timer game. And not that's in logic. Timer paused. So it can't be paused. Has to be timer game. Okay. Set ant speed to 0. Set ant picture to ant black off. So this is in the text. And we need to set it to the name. So ant underscore black underscore off dot png. Make sure you type it correctly. And then call vibration. So vibration for 10 milliseconds. So that's 1/10 of a second. It's very fast. It's going to be a small vibration. And then set text score. Text. So now we need the math and we need to add 1 point to the score, remember? So then you go to text score and text plus 1 plus 1. So we need math 1. Now we need to set timer pause. Timer enable to true. Okay. Now pause. When you crush the ant, the game stops for a second, then starts again. Scroll down. So when timer pause. do set ant picture. To back on, so the ant stops being crushed. Okay. Set ant speed to 15. So the ant will move some back. Set ant heading so this is where the ant's going to be. So it's going to be a random integer. It's a random number from 0 to 360. So it's going to appear on a random place on the screen, so we can't guess it, right? So then we need to like look for the ant and press it. So call ant. Move to. The x is math. So subtract. Canvas 1 width. So press the canvas 1. And width. Oh no, I chose the wrong one. So into the trash, guys. Has to be the lighter color one. The light green. So, whoops. And then minus ant width. Okay, and then y is going to be a random integer. From 1 to canvas height. Canvas height. Oh, so this 100 popped right out. Yeah, throw it in the trash. And now let's do set timer pause to false. So timer pause, timer enabled. So this is going to be like the quick pause. Now pause. So now it was paused and now it's going to go back. Yep. Okay, stops for a second, then starts again. So the number you put as speed represents the number of pixels traveled by the sprite for each movement interval, which is the sprite properties that tell us how much milliseconds it takes to move by the number of pixels set in speed. Oh, so now we're done. Okay, download. So remember to save. And now from the menu build, select app and provide QR code. Now it's compiling, so that means it's taking all of the code we just did and it's gonna compile. So put it all together. Wow. Okay, so here's the QR code. So I'm going to scan it with my phone. So your QR code is going to be different. Scan your QR code. I'm going to scan. Okay, what happened? Try. So after you scan it, you need to install the files. And then it'll pop up. Okay. So that's the end of this video. So thank you. Good luck on your projects. Okay, so I scanned the QR code and now it shows up like this. So it's telling you to download the files. So press OK. Let's open it. And we need to change the settings to allow from the source. And remember, like after you're done with this, to turn it back on. Let's go back. And then let's open it. We're allowing it. So now, do you want to install this application? Yep, we're installing our app. It's pretty cool, right? So we don't recognize our app developer. That's because we developed it. So install anyways. And then let's open the app. Wow. So send app for scanning. Let's just don't scan it. It's our own app. So here's our ant. Press start. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's so cool. And the ant's walking. You can press it. And then it bounces on the edges. Remember we did that? And then we need to press it. It's squished. And it's paused. Pretty cool. So then there's a timer right on the bottom. Has 6 seconds left. Okay. And then look, now there's 0 seconds and I crushed 9 ants. So see how many ants you crushed. Okay. So try to beat my score. So good luck on creating your own app. And it's really cool. It's like on my phone now. Like I could move it to home. Look, there is our app. Okay, so thank you and good luck.